This must be really strange for you, huh? You being in this chapel after you left the church?
At this moment, it doesn't feel any different at all.
Really?
I can't perform my functions as a priest anymore, but that doesn't mean that my faith has changed. I love the quiet and the peace that this place has to offer.
What about the rest of the time? Are you adjusting okay?
Slowly. As a priest, I was such a... What's the word I'm looking for?
Compassionate.
Busybody. When I look back at that time, I just felt so compelled to help people, and I think most of the time they would have been a lot better off if I just left them alone.
I don't believe that for a minute.
I like to think that I did help people in a few cases, and I didn't do too much damage.
More than a few.
How about you?
Speaking of busybodies.
No, I know that it must be hard leaving the DA's office. I know you had a lot of things you wanted to do. And I know that you are still dealing with losing your dad.
I just thought it would be easier. I don't know why. He suffered a lot. So maybe he's better off, I don't know. I keep having the same dream.
What?
That, I'm in my office and my dad comes in and he says, Julia, please help me. You really gotta help me. And I can't help him.
You know, there's nothing that you could have done.
It's such a waste. I don't talk too much about my dad, or I haven't. He was brilliant. I mean, really brilliant. And charming. And he was really brooded sometimes. But nobody could make me laugh like him. Except Nathan. Did I tell you he was an alcoholic? My dad. He died of cirrhosis. Guess I'm attracted to men like my dad. That makes me a cliche,
No,
right?
hardly. Are you starting to question whether you want to marry Mason?
No. I love him. And I know that he loves me. And I know that we're going to have to work real hard to make this marriage successful.
So, when I lost the job in Santa Cruz, Emily engaged me to bring her back here to Santa Barbara. I did, and the rest is history. The job in Santa Cruz, Emily engaged me to bring her back here to Santa Barbara. I did, and the rest is history.
You're amazing.
I don't think so.
Yes, you are. You've held my interest long enough to ruin a perfectly good glass of scotch.
I didn't touch it.
Looks less impressive when put into context.
Hi.
Hi. I'm glad you're home. I realized you might be too angry with me to come home tonight.
I'm not angry. I just don't like it when we fight.
No, I don't like it either, though. Making up ranks high on my list. I hope you realize that what happened has nothing to do with you.
I know that.
I'd also be happy to know that I'm not going to fight anymore ever, even with my father.
How are you going to manage that?
I'm taking up jogging. All my anxiety, irritation, and frustration are going to be smothered in a flurry of endorphins as I go loping down the beach with salt air in my hair.
Are you really going to do that? Are you you're just saying that.
I'm really going to do it. I was just waiting for you to see if you wanted to join me in my inaugural jog down the beach.
Well, sure. Do you mind if I just ask you what brought this on?
Do I need an ulterior motive to engage in healthy activity?
Mason, you hate exercising. The only pleasure you take in it at all is making disparaging remarks at the other people running on the beach. What are all the X's for?
I was, marking off days until the wedding. I thought it was time to set a date.
Yeah.
How does May sound to you?
Good?
Okay, I picked the month, you picked the day.
The 12th.
All right. I don't know how you arrived at that particular date, but it sounds fine with me. I'm sorry I haven't been more help in planning it up to now.
Okay.
No, really, I don't want you to think that I haven't been enthusiastic. Because I have.
Where do you want to have the wedding?
Actually, I'd sort of like to avoid all the hoopla of your normal Capua wedding. Someplace quiet and peaceful, if it's all right with you. Kind of get away from the usual Sturm und Drang that my family usually provides.
Formal or rustic?
Are you writing down these answers? Rustic.
I know just the place.
My first attempt at physical exercise thwarted by my own fiancé.
Wasn't that hard to detour you?
It seldom is.
Tell me what kind of wedding you want.
Do you remember when Charles, Prince of Wales, and Lady Di were married?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like that. Just the two of us.
So we're going to have witnesses.
Well, how about the birds and the bees?
Right. You, me, Bambi, and Thumper.
If it's the Bambi I know, I don't think you'd want her there.
That Bambi isn't invited, okay? I'm talking about the little sweet deer, a male.
Bambi was a male?
What's the matter with you? Didn't you ever see the movie?
What kind of father would name his son Bambi?
Unbelievable. We were talking about the wedding.
Oh, yes, we were, weren't we? Well, I can see the bride now. She enters in a beautiful white gown.
You'll look wonderfully dashing.
Then, of course, you'll say your vows.
I, Julia, do hereby promise to love, honor, and obey my husband till death do us part.
And could you explain in detail exactly what comes under the heading of to obey?
Well, it encompasses, but it isn't limited to doing anything that you say.
And that would include not arguing with me in court the way you always do.
Definitely, darling.
And if I were working on a case and you disagreed with me, I could tell you to butt out, and you would, in fact, butt out.
Yes, dear.
And that would extend to the office as well. No disagreement. I would have absolute and final say.
Certainly, sweetheart.
And if I came home late from the office after a hard day's work and needed a shoulder rub, you would, in fact, give me one?
How late?
Doesn't obey mean no questions asked?
Yes, honey, anything you say.
And that obedience would, of course, extend to the bedroom.
You're the master, Mason. I'm not sure I like that smile. After I do my vows, you're going to have to do yours.
I, Mason, do promise to love, honor, and respect you, Julia, till death do us part.
Could you be a little more specific about the respect part?
I promise never to deceive you, belittle you, or not take your advice ever again.
And you wouldn't come home late or go behind my back in any business deals?
That's certainly covered by what I've said.
Well, could you just be a little more specific about it?
I would never do what you said.
And you'll be kind and courteous to Augusta.
I will be kind and...
Out of respect for me.
I will be kind and courteous to Augusta.
I like this respect thing.
I'm not sure I like that smile.
I was just thinking how well we agree.